Welcome back. Vice President Joe Biden still mulling over a bid for the White House, but his assistants are apparently already laying the groundwork for a potential run. The New Yorker magazine reporting that Biden's aides have met with the Democratic National Committee, getting a briefing on the rules to run. The meeting may have put things in perspective for Biden's people, with deadlines to qualify for key states quickly approaching. We're back with our panel: Ed Rollins, Alan Colmes, Gary Kasparov. Who thinks Biden is going to run?
I do. I think he has to make a decision in the next 2 weeks. There's a lot of hurdles he has to go through. I think unless Hillary just knocks it out of the ballpark in the debate on Tuesday, there'll be a growing pressure for him to get in this race.
Alan, how damaging is Joe Biden running for the White House for Hillary?
I think it's 50-50. I don't think even he has made that final decision yet. I don't think we could predict. You might be right. But anything could happen. He seems like he goes with the wind on any given day.
Gary.
I agree that probably hasn't made his final decision because the decision will be made by Obama. It depends very much on Obama's position. If Obama doesn't want Hillary and backs Biden, I think Hillary will be in trouble, because whatever happens with Benghazi committee, I think Biden can bring her down in debates simply saying, Hillary, Barack and I relied on you in Benghazi and you screwed it.
Right. So the debate is Tuesday night, the first Democratic national debate. On that stage, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders,
Governor O'Malley,
Lincoln Chafee, Jim Webb, and some of them could actually double their poll numbers and be at 2% perhaps after the debate.
Well, they certainly have the biggest audience. It won't be 23 million people, but it may be 8 or 10 million people.
Right. So let's talk about the debate. What are you expecting?
I think Hillary should tear this group up. She's obviously as experienced as a debater. She's smart. But if she doesn't, then obviously I think she gets a lot of pressure.
But she's not a great campaigner, right?
She's a better debater.
She'll be better at the debate stage, I think, than she may have been as a campaigner. And this will be a key moment to see how she does in comparison to those other people on the stage. And if they can really break through and make some inroads into her candidacy, that tells a lot about what Joe Biden might do.
But if we learn something from the GOP debates, I think the voters looking at the candidates, and the number one quality is authenticity. If Bernie Sanders is really going after Hillary, I think she'll be in big trouble. Because whatever he says, he believes in it, and he has a record to back his statement.
That's true,
I mean, she's flip-flop, sleep-flop. So I think it depends very much on how far Bernie Sanders is willing to go to tear her apart.
Yeah. And meanwhile, she's been going toward the Bernie Sanders agenda, right? I mean, she's not going toward Bill Clinton's agenda. She's going toward Bernie Sanders' agenda.
Bill Clinton. Now, good for Bernie Sanders for bringing her to a more populist campaign. Whether she would actually govern as a populist is another story. We don't know the answer to that.
Why do you say good for Bernie Sanders?
Because
that's his ideology.
Bernie Sanders, I don't think she'd be against the TPP all of a sudden. I don't think she'd be taking some of the positions she's been taking.
How about the Keystone Pipeline? It wasn't her State Department who said that the Keystone Pipeline would be safe for the environment?
Thank God there are no flip-floppers on the right, Ed, right?
None whatsoever.
All right, we have got to talk about Russia and Syria. Gary Kasparov, you had really important comments the last time you joined us. What you said basically played out. We'll come back to Gary on that. The Pentagon announcing some major downsizing to its program to train rebel fighters in Syria. And Russia is seeming to ramp up its fight against ISIS there. Our panel on the escalating tensions in Syria today. We're looking ahead on Sunday Morning Futures next.